Introduction to Leadership of Those Most Impacted.
This black screen has been added to the original film.
The video Leadership of Those Most Impacted is 8 minutes long. The video is closed captioned with text that appears along the bottom of the screen or sometimes a music note in the top right corner.
In the video, an artist and their mentor talk to each other through an online video chat like Zoom or FaceTime. Only their upper bodies are in view. The video shows clips from their video chat mixed with moments focused on pictures of the artist and mentors' artworks with their titles and animated scenes, which are like cartoons. When the video chat clips are shown, usually only the person speaking appears.
The animated scenes usually look like an invisible person is creating a single line drawing with a black marker on a white background. Sometimes these drawings are colored or appear to be colored in by the invisible person. These scenes often focus on key words that the people in the video say in bubble letters or match what they talk about, like dragons. One of the people in the video use they them pronouns, similar to how some people use the pronouns he, him, or she, her. Debbie Ratcliffe is the artist that appears in this video. Carmen Papalia is their mentor. Debbie and Carmen helped write their descriptions. Debbie describes themselves as a person with a disability called Williams syndrome, who uses they-them pronouns. Debbie says their cultural background is white, with Mi'kmaq and French heritage, and white beige colored skin, and are 55 years old. They also say that they have the nose of a dragon, ears that stick out like an elf, small hands, and are about the size of an elf. Debbie's short pixie cut style hair is light brown, and they wear glasses, a colorful cloth face mask, white earbud headphones, and a black hooded sweater. They appear in front of a blurred background. Debbie's artwork that is shown in the video focuses on dragons and includes a t-shirt with a colorful dragon drawing and a black marker drawing on a white background. Carmen describes himself as a non-visual artist instead of using words like blind or visually impaired. He has sickle cell anemia, which causes severe chronic pain and intense episodes that are known as crises. He uses a detection cane to navigate his surroundings. He calls it a detection cane rather than a white cane because he peeled off all the red and white tape when he started using it. His black hair is covered by a brown leather cap, and his short, full beard is also black. He wears headphones, a white shirt with a small brown print of leaves and mushrooms, and over it is a plaid flannel shirt that is open. He sits in a room with white walls. Just behind him is a stand that holds several hats.
The video will begin now.
White text in capital letters on a black background, visualizing justice. Leadership of Those Most Impacted. Featuring Debbie Ratcliffe and Carmen Papalia. An animation of the words Leadership of Those Most Impacted in white bubble letters. Each letter is colored in rainbow colors, then flashes white, one at a time. Colorful words say Debbie is the mother of all dragons beside a picture of Debbie. Her t-shirt has a dragon and says, the mother of all dragons.
So Debbie, I remember from our last conversation, we were talking about the things that we want. And I'm wondering, did you think about that since, or I remember we talked about maybe asking other being artists what they want. How did you end up doing that?
Yeah, I did. Well, actually, they want a bigger space. They want their own studio, and maybe even open up our own gift store.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay. I'm remembering parts of what we talked about last time, and I was thinking back to what this disability justice principle is that we're working with, which is like leadership by those most impacted. And I was thinking, like, what this idea gets at is that we need to be the people in the positions of power, people most impacted even within our movement of disability. this disability movement, people with the least access, least representation. So about just making the world that we want to live in.
A Person and Dragon Drawing by Debbie.
And I really loved where we got to in our last conversation, which was talking about your dragon world and how that space is something that is your own, that you can set the terms, where you can set the terms, and where you can invite people in that you want to be there. I thought that was exactly kind of what the kind of idea that that this principle is getting at, which is, the people who are the most impacted with the least representation and decision, who don't have access to these platforms, like to develop policy, etc., create their own worlds. And I think that's very beautiful. And I want to get back to that line of thinking where we were talking about your dragon world and you inviting me in.
A Dragon Animation.
You talked about also a world that would be a friend, and who would be there in this place if you're to invite others in there?
Mine would be family, friends that I've known. I would want everybody there.
What would you invite them into?
It would be very friendly. My dragons wouldn't hurt people, that's for sure. Talkative.
Mm-hmm. Where would we be having a party in your dragon world?
I would build a big, huge dome. It would be like a cave. And we would have all sorts of stuff going on in there, like games, a pool,
laughter, fun,
music galore.
Okay, that's great. So yes, we're already thinking about a world that is accessible to multiple ways of being. And so I do love this idea that you would bring family and friends in. Like, do you think there's anywhere in the world that exists where you could be with everybody in a friendly environment that is accessible, where you can set the terms?
Yeah, I think being should be the seed where it all starts. Tried to get people to come in and see us and see what we do.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And I want to go back to something that you shared about what people want at being a bigger space, a space of their own. Can you talk about like what your dream vision for Being Studio would be, or like maybe your dream vision for a place where you can make art?
Bigger studio would be great. We want a big gallery. We want to show off all of our art, and not just a little bits here and there. We want to show it all. We want it bigger. We want it to be out there in your face instead of like being in storage and waiting for somebody to want to buy it from us.
Yeah. I feel like what you're describing is you want recognition and you want joy, and think your community to be honored for what it is, and for the beautiful community that it is. Like I don't think many people who aren't disabled understand this, but there are joyful parts of being disabled. And I think that holding on to joy is an exciting idea. And that seems to be what you have in Dragon World, as well as that being, we just need to be respected and honored for the community that we are, and for the joys, the beauty that exists within our community. The excitement and possibility comes from thinking about things like what is possible in your dragon world, what is possible through the creation of art, where we can set our own terms around our realities, and what is possible when we imagine taking over a platform that we think is valuable, that we want access to. And I think it is possible to take over that platform. Thank you for bringing some joy and yeah, just like possibility to the way that you know, to my day today. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Carmen.
The word bean in large capital black letters, surrounded by blue light rays on a white background. White text on a black background. Bean Studio gratefully acknowledges that we are on land of the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We acknowledge the incredible support from the Canada Council for the Arts and the Ottawa Community Foundation. Logos: Ottawa Community Foundation, Canada Council for the Arts. Special thanks, artist Debbie Ratcliffe, mentor Carmen Papalia, music audio Bucko, Chris Minkowski, video producer fin-xuan Lee. Thank you to our viewers and listeners.